Hey, I'm Dr. Mark. I'm a surgeon and I have a PhD in the science of decision making. And sometimes in big decisions, career, relationships, etc., you can make all the right choices and still end up in the wrong place. And that's what I want to talk about this week. Welcome back to things that I've learned from the science of decision making that are just broadly useful in everyday life. As always, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It helps me and it helps the algorithm know to push this video out to more people. Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story of a client that I'm calling Josh. Josh is not his real name, but Josh and I spoke back in April. For those of you in New York City, you'll remember we had a bit of a heat wave, a bit of a fake summer in April. It was at the peak of that fake summer that Josh and I met over Zoom. So all of our windows were open. I could hear the sirens behind him. Josh himself was flat. I opened our conversation, as I do with many conversations, with a pretty simple question. Tell me what's not working for you. And Josh's response was, man, I don't know where I went wrong. So I asked him to describe what his week looked like because I wanted to get a sense of what wrong looked like for him. And he told me he had 6 one-on-ones the next day. He had a budget meeting the day after that he just couldn't even bring himself to open the slide deck for. On the Friday, he had an offsite planning meeting that he was supposed to give a presentation at, and he couldn't even bring himself to make the slides. His CV looked great. His LinkedIn looked great because everybody posts their best side on LinkedIn. So I asked him, when was the last time that he was able to do work that came from like an inner thing, from something inside him? Josh fences, like with swords, and his eyes lit up as he started talking about fencing and why one weapon was better than another. So if you've been following along for a while, you'd expect that there'd be some sort of crisis happening right here. But there wasn't. Everything is fine. Josh's marriage is fine. His kid likes him. His boss likes him. So that was kind of the horror, is that nothing was wrong, but everything felt wrong. For the rest of this month, I want to talk about the trap of reasonable decisions, the science behind that trap, something called path dependence, and then how you get out of it. But for now, I want to hear from you. Does Josh's story resonate? Have you been in this position where you've made all the right decisions in a job or in a relationship and still ended up in a place where you're like, where did everything go wrong? Let me know in the comments below. You can also read more about Josh's story, the science behind it, in the blog post this week, which you can find in 2 places: on my website, markschreim.com/blog, or also on my Substack, solvingforwhy.substack.com. As always, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next week.